So what is up, everybody? Um, you'll notice that I'm in creative mode now. But here's the thing. When we did the Monster Spawner episodes, I told you if we ever found one that was either zombie or skeleton, that I'd show you a cool thing to do with it. Um, so to make that an efficient thing to do, I am in creative mode. Otherwise, it would take too long, basically, and just wouldn't, you know, it'd be like 5 episodes. I mean, it took me a long time to build it in another world. So anyway, so we're gonna cheat a little bit, but this will be, a nice little change. You're gonna learn something, and it'll be good. So the idea is to build this room bigger, um, and what that'll do is that'll keep all the spawn zombies inside this room. And I believe it's like four or five blocks. Um, and then you drain that all into one area that they have to kind of careen down into. Um, and so that way they'll go into one hole, and then you leave a thing for them to climb up. And you have to do it with signs and water, and it's usually best the room that you have them fall into be, you know, uh, close to where they spawn. So that way you can stand like right here, and they'll still be able to sense you, and then um, come out. So I'm just trying to figure out where the best place for that is going to be. Alright, so what we're doing here is we're making the room bigger. You want to go about 4 to 5 blocks is good, and you do this to make sure that all of the monsters stay inside the room that you've built for them, so that way they go into the chute that you want them to. Now the other thing is you definitely want to make sure that it's surrounded on all the outside walls. You see they're spawning over there because there's, semi-darkness. So the other thing that I'll do is I'll fill all of this in once I figure out how I'm going to do the room. Alright, so what I'm doing here now is I've gone to the sides and I've gone up. So I am currently digging below, getting rid of all of the blocks below that. When you're in creative, make sure not to hit the spawner. I didn't try it to test it out, but I'm pretty sure if you hit it in creative, it'll die in one hit, and you'd have to start all over. So depending on what your autosaves are and all that stuff, you might have a lot of work to do. So be careful of that. And it gets really annoying right here because you get a bunch of zombies spawning, and so you hear a lot of noise and whatnot. And luckily you're uncreative, so they're not attacking you. But anyway, just make sure you clear out the room about 4 to 5 blocks on each side, and that should be sufficient enough for the room. It doesn't have to necessarily be pretty, but that's the basic idea. So you get the room built, and make it bigger. And then the biggest thing is just really to make sure that they can't spawn outside of it. Alright, so what I'm doing here, to reiterate what I was doing before, or said before, you need to fill in around the walls of your dungeon here. so that way they can't spawn outside of it. So they have nowhere to go except for in the room that you've created for them. That way you know for sure you're getting every mob coming through your chute, and you'll get the most experience that you can with that. So it's a lot of work, it's tedious, but once you get it done, it turns into an absolute masterpiece. See, and obviously this won't work with spiders because they're too big. Endermen because they don't like water, and creepers because they'll just blow up when they get close to you. So it'll only work with zombies and skeletons. Alright, so I sped this next one up to 400% because, it takes a long time. And that zombie took forever to kill. A lot longer than you had to watch. Anyway, just a big area to fill, but I can't stress enough how you need to fill in the walls around your dungeon, because that'll make it a lot easier for you to keep them inside that room, which is really important for this to work. It's tedious, takes a long time, but do the work and you'll be satisfied with the outcome. Alright, so as far as the walls surrounding, I think we're good. Let me just bust through these a little bit and see if there's anything on the other side, or how deep it goes. That looks pretty deep. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. I don't know where the Enderman is, but... Alright, in this part of the video, what I'll be doing is building the cascading floor. What this will be for is to basically, once they spawn, they'll drop into this area and it'll be filled with water that's all going to the same one by one spot that they can go up, which will be the chute that takes them over to your room that you're going to build. So what you want to do, just make it pretty level, and also kind of narrow it as you go along. And this is a pretty simple design, honestly. Make sure to add light. That's a good idea, to keep them from spawning, because a lot of them come in and they're just annoying and loud. So it's a good thing to do, and then you can always remove it later. Anyway, so keep it centered, keep it nice and level. When we do the water later, you'll see that that's really important, to make sure that it's in a good symmetrical type way. So this will move us into the one by one block, and I'll show you next what to do with the chute. Alright, so this next part, this is your one by one chute. This is where they're going to get sucked into and go up. And how you're going to make them do that is the water pushing them into will be high enough that they can jump up to the next level, where you'll have some water waiting for them, and you do a sign and then water above that, and a sign and water above that, and that way every other block they've got a nice block of air to work with. Now in mine I messed up on a couple and they are actually, there's 2 blocks of water they have to go through, but it's not a big deal. They can deal with it. Now the other thing, when you set down a block of water, it'll go 7, 8 blocks before it stops on its own. And so that's what you want to do. So including the chute, which I'll mess up here in just a second, but I'll fix it. Including the chute that you came up, you want to have them go 8 blocks. So that way it stops exactly where, so right here, see, so you'll see that right there, and that'll push them. They won't try to fight it. And then you go down. I don't remember what I did, but I know that I'm wrong, and I'll show you that here in just a bit. But it's 20 something blocks. You just kind of have to fiddle with it. I thought I had it right, but I messed up. So basically what they'll do is they'll come in right here, and you'll have water sitting right there, and they'll go up. The water right here will also push them over to this, and then all they have to do, the only way they have to go is up, so they'll have to go up. This tunnel right now is just for me to get to and from both places. So what they'll do is they'll fall right here. So I need to make a room. We'll put that there so I know where the spot is. Alright, so at this point I know where they're going to drop, so I just need to make the start making the room and the platform and stuff for them to drop down into, and somewhere for me to stay while I do that. So I mean, that's what I'll be doing right here, or for at least part of this, so you can kind of see what the platform will look like. We'll use half slabs and stuff later to make it look better. But that's, this is a big part of it, to have the room next to the spawner, so that way they'll spawn while you're in there. Alright, so the next thing you do is you want to make it to where you can see them, but that they can't get out. So what they're going to do is they're just going to fall, and then you'll be able to see their feet. And then that way you can hit them a couple times. You don't have to even use your sword. You can just hit them with your hand or whatever. Hit them a couple of times, they're dead. So makes it really nice. All right, so they'll fall right there. You'll be able to see their feet, and you just beat the crap out of them. So now what you want to do is you want to have a room set up, that has, gosh dang it, because you're gonna acquire a bunch of stuff. Now what I'll do here is I'll just make the room while I'm on creative, and then I'll add all the other stuff, with my own hard work, just to make this go by faster. But anyway, you want to make the room, and you can make it as big as you want, and then even after you can customize it or whatever. But you definitely want, like an anvil would be really good down here, because on hard sometimes you'll get zombies that have armor. It's very rare in the 360 version, and then you're gonna get a ton of zombie meat, and who wants a bunch of that, right? Alright, I realize there's gold right there, but since I built this in creative, I'm going to just destroy it. Because I didn't find it legitimately. There's another one, wasn't there? Oh, okay. Alright, and again, you can customize it. I'm sure I'll make it bigger or whatever, and add a place where I can have chests and the anvil and all that stuff. But for now, we'll just leave it like that, so that way I can see what's going on. And then right here, I like to put glass, just as a way to be able to see, make sure that they're spawning and coming through. And then it also gives them a chance to see me. But then in that way I can make sure that they're actually, making it up through there. So now starts the signs, and then the water. Alright, so this is the part that I talked about earlier, where you do the block of water, then a sign, block of water, sign, and this is how they're going to go up. So they have plenty of air. They move relatively fast, so it's not a big deal for them. Like I said, I have a couple of spots where they're going to have to go through 2 blocks of water. One I'll figure out here, and the other one is later when I go to test it. Yeah, so right there, I make them go through 2 right here. Look at a breather right there, and then they come up here, and they'll get forced down this hole, and boonk, right there. That's it. That's the whole shebang. So, if this works, and it should. Oh yeah. So I gotta set the water and stuff to come out. So that should push them all down into there. Oh, okay. No, I see what's going on. It's actually not. Okay. I did it too low. So, let's see. Put a sign right there. And water right there and there. And there we go. Oh no! Dang it, it's too far. Okay, so that's the golden spot right there. Yep. So then you should be able to just hit him a couple of times. Oh, that one died. Maybe I should go up one more. Alright, so now I figured out where the zombies will land in a safe distance. Now I've got to make the room bigger. And then also accessible to be able to see the zombies. So as you can see, I mean, there's a lot of trial and error. Sometimes it's not always a cake thing because some of the zombies might actually get hurt while they're going up. I mean, there is enough air for them, but you never know. Like they might just get stuck in one area. So again, as I talk about in the video, you can make this room as big as you want. I mean, you can customize it later. Um, you can add places, for a bunch of chests because you are going to get a lot of stuff, and so it's not going to be something that you're going to be done with. You'll definitely update it, but it's a nice design. It's a great way to get a lot of experience really fast. So if you're somebody like me who likes to, enchant stuff, and now that you have the anvil from the latest update, you can repair stuff and that costs. So I mean, it's a great find. Alright, so here's the room. I mean, you want it well lit so that, you know, no monsters spawn inside of it. But that, you know, this room's still really dark. And they'll just keep spawning. I mean, as long as you're in here, um, they'll just keep spawning. Like, just for example, let's watch my level here. I'll go from a 24 and see how high I get. Okay, I got a 25. So, I mean, that's freaking awesome. I mean, you get so much experience. I'll make sure it's still good. Should be. Yep. So I'm right here. They just drop and fall, and you just kill them. So pretty easy. It's awesome. I mean, it's a lot of work. Um, you know, we did this in what, like an hour. So that's not bad. So all I gotta do now is tunnel my way out of here and make an entrance somewhere. So we'll do that really quick. Alright, so I will save it right here. So that'll be it. This has been Big Tony with Phoenix TV and an episode of Big Tony's Epic Minecraft Quest. And we built a mob crusher today. The point of this is just to get experience really quick. Makes it really nice and easy. They're stuck there, they can't move. Takes only a couple of hits and then they're dead. You know, you come over here and they'll spawn for days. So hopefully you enjoyed this and you know maybe it's helpful for you. But this is how you build a mob crusher. If you find a spawner, um, is my dog inside of there? Oh, you idiot dog. Alright, so one last time. Come down here and just show you. And, you know, we'll work on it. But this is the basic design. It just gives you a chance to get a lot of experience really fast. Which will be helpful for my boys when we decide to, you know, finally go kill the Ender Dragon. But you see they just spawn, then they go up the chute. I mean, it works beautifully. And then give them a few seconds and they'll plop down over here. And when they do that, you just take care of them. And there you go. That's the mob crusher. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on our channel. And again, you know, from the very first episodes, if you have an Xbox 360, you've got Minecraft, and you'd like to join me on my quest, just leave comments to let us know, and we'll get in contact with you and figure out a time when you can jump on. I'd love to have people come and join me and see what they think, and I mean, as long as you're good natured and whatnot, I can kick you if you're not. But anyway, this is Big Tony with Phoenix TV. Thanks for watching our show. Don't forget to check out all of our other ones, and we'll talk to you next time. Adios.